Good morning to all. Welcome to the BA first year class of English again. So we were doing Act 4 and in the previous class we have finished with the scene 1 of Act 4. So let's move on to the scene 2 of Act 4. In this scene, the scene is very small one, and this scene we have some conversation between the minor characters Jacques and the other courtiers. We see that one of the Duke's lords had just killed a deer, and Jacques, a very sensitive and very melancholic kind of a character, opposes to killing animals and tells the man that he should be present, they should be present in the Duke's court. He then makes the lords sing a hunting song which describes them wearing the deer's horns, and they sing together. So, in Act 4, Scene 3, so in Scene 3, we'll see that the chemistry that was building in the earlier scene between Orlando and Rosalind is coming to its fulfillment. Then we see that Rosalind is waiting for Orlando to meet her, but again he is late. Then we see that Silvius, instead of Orlando, arrives and hands her a letter that he claims is written by Phoebe. So Silvius loves Phoebe, but Phoebe loves Rosalind. So Phoebe has written a love letter for Rosalind. But Silvius denies knowing what the letter says, and then he says to Rosalind that the tone of the letter is angry. But Rosalind does not believe him, and finally she takes out the letter and reads it in front of Silvius. The letter is a love poem, as we know that Phoebe is in love with Rosalind, not knowing that she is Ganymede, she is Rosalind. So the love letter is a love poem, and Phoebe declares her love for Rosalind in the letter. Then Silvius is taken aback by the contents of the letter, and Rosalind feels so sorry for Silvius because Silvius loves Phoebe, and Phoebe, instead of responding to his love, is writing a letter to Rosalind, to Ganymede. So Rosalind sends him back to Phoebe with the message that Phoebe must love Silvius or she, Ganymede, okay, or he, Ganymede, will never love Phoebe. So Rosalind is trying to tie up Silvius and Phoebe in love, but Phoebe does not love Silvius. So again an ambiguity is seen between the love chemistry of Silvius, Phoebe and Rosalind. Not Rosalind, Ganymede actually, because Rosalind is playing as Ganymede. So Phoebe, the girl, has fallen in love with the man Ganymede, not knowing that she is Rosalind. Then what happens in the same scene? Oliver, who is Orlando's elder brother, he shows up in the Forest of Arden and asks the women, who Rosalind and Celia, that if they can tell him about the house of Rosalind. So he asks if they are the owners of the house, and Celia admits that they are, and Oliver then presents Rosalind, whom he thinks is a man, with the bloody handkerchief that Orlando asked him to give. So let's see the story behind the bloody handkerchief. What happens? That Oliver tells Rosalind that while he was asleep in the forest of Arden, because Oliver had come looking for Orlando. So when he came in the forest, he was asleep because he was tired, and then when he was asleep in the forest, Orlando happened to come across him sleeping under an oak tree. Then Orlando, the younger brother of Oliver, saves his brother Oliver by a green snake and a lioness who lay waiting in the bushes to kill Oliver. So when Orlando sees that the life of his brother Oliver is in danger, he comes and he chose to battle the lioness and kills her. So Oliver wakes up and at the noise of Orlando's fighting with the lioness realized that his brother had saved his life. So Oliver is very thankful towards Orlando for saving his life. Though he had come to the forest to kill Orlando, but knowing that Orlando is a kind-hearted brother and a very brave brother, so Oliver is in guilt and he regrets ever trying to kill Orlando. Orlando then takes Oliver to the Duke's cave and made sure that his brother receives all the hospitality there. Then Orlando faints from loss of blood and Oliver binds up his brother's arm with a handkerchief. Then when Orlando wakes up again, he asks Oliver to hand over the handkerchief to Rosalind and tell her the story and tell her the reason behind Orlando's getting late to meet Ganymede. So when Rosalind listens to the story of Oliver about Orlando saving the life of Oliver and getting fainted, she faints once Oliver presents her with the handkerchief, with the bloody handkerchief which was laden with the blood of Orlando. It was so the stained handkerchief by the lover Orlando makes Rosalind faint. So then Celia calls Rosalind Ganymede, sweet Ganymede, and she wakes up. Then Oliver tells Rosalind that she does not have a man's heart. Then she admits as much but asks him to tell Orlando that she faked fainting. So because Rosalind does not want to reveal to Orlando that she is Rosalind herself, so she asks Oliver that he must not tell Orlando that Ganymede got fainted seeing the stained handkerchief of Orlando. Then Oliver says that it was too real to have been faked and tells her to fake being a man a little more. So finally Oliver has known that she is Rosalind. So he finally leaves her to return to Orlando and tell him how she reacted to the story of Orlando's saving his brother and getting fainted. We have done Act 4 completely. The Act 4 is complete, and we have seen that the animosity between the two brothers, Oliver and Orlando, has come to an end, and Oliver got a complete change, a complete makeover as a bad person, from a bad person to a good person, and he is regretting he is being a very bad brother. And we also see that Rosalind is in deeply love with Orlando because she faints knowing that he is fainted, and Orlando is also badly in love with Rosalind because though he was very hurt and got fainted, still he sent a handkerchief with his brother Oliver to hand over to Rosalind, just to make sure that Ganymede does not feel that his love for Rosalind is fake. So lots of ambiguity and lots of confusion is taken place in Act 4, and so the whole ambiguity will be unfolded in the next scene. Please go through it again. Enough for today. Thank you.